Hello, I'm Lawrence and I run a project called Healthy Minds, Healthy Bods, www.hmhb2016.org.uk. Do look us up, would love you to look at us. It's all around nutrition, mindset, health and exercise in a very positive way. We want people to look at themselves and challenge themselves in life and push themselves on. I know I had a couple of big depressions, and it's one of the reasons I started this project. And the biggest thing I learnt was how to deal with closure. Closure is a massive thing. Now, this is only a very small video, so we're only going to touch on it, and it is a big subject. If you are struggling with something that you find you can't find closure with, first of all, do go and get some medical help. Don't worry about it. Your local medical practice can point you onto some organisations and get some counselling that can really help you achieve it. And that's how I did. And I realised that perhaps I was having an issue which I wanted closure on, but I was never going to get closure about. And I had to accept that, which is really difficult. And it really is. It's a tough thing to do. When bad things happen, we all want to know why things happen, why it's happened, and perhaps to find a closure, an answer for it. But sometimes we're never going to do that. Let's give you an example. I'm going to say a little puzzle for you. So I've got a piece of wood, okay, and it's 8 foot long, and I cut it in half. So I've got 2 pieces 4 foot long, and I cut those in half as well. I've now got 4 pieces 2 foot long. Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to take another piece of wood, and this one's 16 foot long, and I cut it in half. And I cut both of those in half. How long is each piece? Now have a pause. You can pause the video, just have a little think about that and come up with an answer, because I'm going to carry on. Now, okay, so now if you've paused, you come up with an answer. Now we're going to give you what we're going to come up with here. And the question for that is, the answer is, it's impossible to answer that question. Now I wonder how many people you're saying, no it isn't, the answer is 4. Because you've got 16 foot, cut it in half, 2 pieces 8, cut those in half, you got 4 pieces of 4 foot long. But I didn't tell you which way I cut it. Obviously I demonstrated that on the first piece, but I didn't tell you how I cut the second piece. So 16 foot long, I could have cut down lengthways, and then I got 2 pieces 16 foot long. And I could have cut those down as well lengthways, so I've got 4 pieces 16 foot long, or I could have cut those in half as well, so I've got 4 pieces 8 foot long. You see, you just don't know. And there's no way of knowing. There's no way of answering that question. You're never, ever going to get an answer to that question. But your answer might be right. You might have the right answer. But it's the only answer you're going to have, and you've got to accept it. And that's the same thing with life sometimes. I'm not going to go into it at all. I had a terrible breakup with somebody, and it really, really crushed me. Because for me, this is the person I was going to be with. I thought this was it. And it devastated me, and I wanted to know why. I wanted to know things, but I was never going to know. But I wasted about a year of my life in depression wanting that answer, and I couldn't move on. Now, we look at it like a train journey. Your life is a train journey. At each station you're at, you come to a station, you're able to stop and deal with some things, but you've got to keep moving on to the next station, and the next station, next station. Some people get stuck at the station they're on, and they don't move on, because they're so busy trying to deal with situations there, which they're never, ever going to know. You might go for a job and not get the job. You don't know why it didn't happen. It could just be you just didn't get it. Bad things go through your mind. Same thing with a relationship. You break up with things. Why did it happen? Why did this happen? You might never know. So understand that sometimes you've got to move on and accept closure which is not closed, which is really tough. And I've only really touched on it a little bit, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to get to here. You know, don't get stuck in life on something that could be devastating, and it could be crushing, and I'm really sorry if that happens to you. But you have to move on. You have to find a way to let it go. It doesn't mean you forget, but you have to move on. Move on without closure. It's one of the toughest things, but I know you can do it. I know you can. Anyway, this was just a quick little bite-sized little video. I'm Lawrence, Healthy Minds, Healthy Bods, www.hmhb2016.org.uk. Do look us up. I would love to hear from you, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you.